I don't know why I've been giggling lately every time I let out that breath. It kind of comes out, like, and then I just laugh. I don't know why. Anyway, I've just been out watching the sunrise. It's beautiful. It's coming up now through there. I've let my sarong cover the window because yesterday was a bit bright. It was a bit blinding, but I've sat out there like I do, and the sun peeked its head up over the horizon. That's my favourite part. And when you really get into that sun gazing and you do see the irradiation around the sun, I was really allowing my eyes to relax. And I'm going, am I seeing a tunnel? Is there a tunnel forming? So what I was seeing in the radiation, it was actually kind of seeming to expand forward somewhat and looking quite tunnel-esque, if that's the word. That would be wild. I was like, oh my goodness, am I like bridging a tunnel to the sun? Or is the sun bridging a tunnel to me? Is that through intention? I feel like it's really important to have a open mind to allow potential. Potentially, why not? Why could I not bridge a tunnel to the sun energetically? Why not? Why could I not make wishes for a beautiful world for everyone? Because I'm more and more being very intentional and mindful with what I'm thinking about. And I think it was Louise Hay who said, you cannot afford a negative thought. That is so true. Every time we allow our minds to drop into the negative, into the, oh my goodness, what if this happens? What if that happens? We are opening the potential doorways to that. And this is something else that really dropped in with me recently. And did I write it in this book? I have one of my books here. Let me just quickly look. If I take too long looking, I can cut out the looking part, surely. But talk amongst yourselves while I'm having a look. Let me just have a look. Okay, what is it? If you don't want to activate the timeline that is presented to you, disengage. Don't engage with it. So we always have stuff come up, and it's when you engage with it that you activate the potential of that timeline. Does that make sense? So if it's something you do like, holy moly, go for it. Keep engage. Keep building and growing it, because what we put our focus on grows, right? But if it's something you don't like, you don't want, disengage immediately. What are the other words I use? Diffuse. Walk away. And I don't know, I think I talked about this recently. I'm going to talk about it again because it's really important. I just forgot. It's so important, I forgot. Oh no, I got it. So the word release, I release this thing I do not want. I think I did talk about this recently. Release, it's used a lot in this new age spiritual way of life, and it's been used for quite a while. But when I think of the word release, and I just wanted to again remind everyone that our words are spells. By our words we create. Abracadabra, I think that is, as I speak I create. Abracadabra. as I speak, I create. I wish I had a wand. So I think we need to be mindful of the words, and some words are trick traps. They're a trick trap, like the word release. Because if I'm going to release something, I'm going to re-sign up for another 12 months, another 5 years. I'm going to release it. I'm going to sign the lease again. So I'm very mindful now. I don't want to actually use that word. I was going to say phrase, but it's a word. And instead, when there are things that I no longer want to re-sign up for, I'm just sticking with letting go. So I think we must all be aware of what we're saying and what the words mean to us, because it is our belief systems that are forming a lot of our creation, is what I am gathering from what I'm learning in every moment of every day. So I'm just thinking, what other words are there? Like, I did have a point, this was quite a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago, when I was really getting into the understanding of spelling, casting spells with our words. And I noted quite a few words that I went, ooh, a lot of people are using these. I must actually, off the top of my head, I can't think of any right now. If you can, please let me know. I will go back. I will actually sit down. It's quite easy. There's so many words that could come up, but I'm having a mind blank at the moment. Really think about what you're saying and what it means to you, and be careful not to engage with words, with conversations, with people, if you can feel it's something negative, let's just use that word for now, and something that you don't actually want to create more of, just disengage straight away. And even with people, if you're in a situation where you may be having a disagreement or a dispute, it's funny, D words can seem quite harsh. Don't pick up the rope. Don't pick up the rope and start pulling on it, because whoever's on the other side is going to go, oh, the game's on. Let's go for it. And if you're playing a tug of war, that just popped out. If you're playing the tug of war, whoever's playing is going to want to win. So don't pick up the rope. Put it down, disengage. If there's something that you may have to deal with, say if you're parents and it's something about the children, so at some point you might need to have a discussion. But if it's in a heated way, in a way that it's actually a game, perhaps the other person's out to pick a fight, just put your hand up calmly. Just, okay, let me go think about that. I'm going to go think about it now, and we'll get back to it when we're all a bit calmer, and just walk away. Just walk away. Don't be drawn back, no matter what's said. Pause, breathe, or actually keep walking. Get out of the vicinity, out of the energy. Then pause and breathe. Don't get sucked into the drama. Ask yourself, what do I want to create here? What is it I want to grow? And it could be something that you might need to deal with. So I'm not saying ignore everything. Perhaps you can take a moment and you can get back to it later when people are calmer. Because there's an energy, a spirit that flows among us all. I think it's fear. I think it's the spirit and energy of fear, because when you break it on down, there's only two source modalities, and that is, let me start with that one. Fear over here, and then love. Fear and love. And I think in our reality experience, in every moment, take that time and just ask yourself in your head, is this coming from fear or love? And if it's coming from fear, just say, well, do I want to grow this fear in my reality experience? And I'm pretty sure the answer is no, in which case disengage, so you're not giving it any fuel, any energy, any attention, and then turn to, it's always important, I think, because we can't just ignore things. So say, for example, if you're watching the news and it's showing the wars that are going on and you're seeing children in pain and people without homes and the devastation and destruction, something about these D words. Death, destruction, desperation. Wow. You know what? There is a dictionary to be written with the real meanings and the real understanding and resonance of words. But let me just get back to this. If you're looking at this on the news, and I actually feel like the news is a trick trap. It keeps us in a cycle of perpetuating what we're seeing, because often what can happen, I'm getting off track, so we are projectors and we create through our attention and through our intention. But what I feel a lot of us have been doing is seeing what's out there, watching the news, watching the scarcity, watching a lot of even fiction movies that show negatively polarized scenarios, taking it in. It's in our psyche, it's in our subconscious, because we're doing it all the time. If you're watching the news every day, there's the 5 o'clock news, 6 o'clock news, 7:30 report, and that is forming into our belief systems of what life is, and then we're just projecting it back out again. So it's a loop. I call it the Groundhog Week merry-go-round, not a merry-go-round loop. So we need to not do that. So if you are watching the news, don't do it though. The only thing you can do, because you can't solve a problem from the problem, pivot, use it to pivot to the solution, and then in your mind go, well, I don't want war, I don't want people suffering, I don't want poverty, I don't want disease. And then immediately, as soon as you can, pivot to, well, what do I want? What do I want? I want everyone to feel safe and everyone to be cared for, everyone to have enough food and clean water and nutritious food and family and community. No one's left out in the cold, everyone's looked after. And imagine that, write it down, write a short story, write a long story, write a novel, but write it the way you would love it to be. Because otherwise, if we get pulled into the drama and the desperation and the destitution, that is what we're creating over and over and over again. And I feel so sure of this, so certain, and this is the messages that keep coming in, is it's an inside job. This creation, this saving the world, it's an inside job. We have to do it from the inside out. So we can try and do things on the outside, but that is like trying to make your mirror reflection smile by trying to squish your mouth, like, oh, hang on, I'm trying to do it with my video vision. Oh, it's not working. So this is where we've been getting it wrong. It's an inside job, from the inside out, not the outside in. I think some things can be done on the outside, but not really. Not really. Because we ain't even as real as we think we are. Soz. So I am tapping in. I am tuning in. And the more I choose to do it, the more I put my attention on it. And to be honest, every day, without skipping a beat, every day, all through the day, my mind is always on this bigger picture, like the global picture. And also myself, like I want to thrive and live a beautiful, wonderful, lovely, happy, my greatest, highest timeline life, but I also want you to have that too, and I want everyone to have that, and I feel like that's so possible. And this is what I'm having coming in, is this is it. This is the time. This is the time we've been waiting for. But we're not waiting anymore, and we're not waiting for a superhero with knickers over their tights and a tablecloth tied around their neck. Sorry, cape, and a mask. We are all the superheroes. We are, all of us, because we are in our imaginations, in our thoughts, in our mind, in our focus. We can be anything we want. It's just often we don't give the commitment, because you have to commit and you have to kind of go all in. That all-in moment, when you actually choose that for yourself and all others, I'm always going to say that, for yourself and all others, there's something there. And when you have that moment, when we all have that moment, it forges, this is what I feel, it's just what I feel, it forges this, even though it's already there, this unbreakable connection, like, with God, with source energy, with the universe. And that is it, there is no looking back. Or sometimes, as I've realized, as you do that, things come up, and it's kind of a test of the commitment to a certain extent, I think. And this is me working, playing it out as I go from what I've had in my own experience. There is a sort of test of your commitment. So stuff can come up, but also there's a rewiring. And at the moment in my mind, I see the caterpillar in the cocoon completely changing and metamorphosizing into the butterfly. There's definitely a time of hermiting, of cocooning, of keeping your energy protected, because our energies all interact and intermeld. Even if you don't think it's happening, like as we go out in our day, our energy fields are all blending and layering upon each other, and that can influence you. So that's kind of important to be aware of. But that moment of being in the cocoon and the metamorphosizing, I think it's a little painful. It is a little painful at times, but worth it. But it's a complete change. So I forgot what I was originally saying. Hello, darling. That's my little boy up. I forgot what I was saying now. And it is still kind of bright, so I can't actually see how long I've been talking for. My eyes are not quite, they're a little bit hazy from the sun, blinded by the light again. But what am I saying here? It's important to have intention with your attention, and with that, maybe some prevention when it comes to situations. Always be aware that you can pause and walk away, disengage if it's not something you want to grow. Don't water it if it's something you don't want to turn into a big whopping tree in your life. If it is something beautiful, oh my goodness. I just want to quickly say too, you know that saying, the grass is always greener. So obviously the grass from a distance, if you're looking at fields, can look greener. But if you get up close, you may find there's weeds in there too. But if someone's grass is greener, they're probably watering it. they're probably taking care of it. They're probably fertilizing it and giving it attention and focus. So if your grass isn't as green, water it. Don't worry about anyone else. Be inspired if someone has an amazing garden. Might not just be full of grass, it may be full of flowers and trees. It could be a jungle. But it's probably because they've been putting into it. So don't make people feel bad for putting into their gardens. This is a metaphor. Be inspired and then just put into your own. Water yourself. Water your garden. Water your life. Put attention on the things that you actually want. And don't water the weeds if you don't want weeds. I hope that. I hope you appreciate that little analogy. I do like that one. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can see a 2 up there in the minutes, so that's probably me done. And that's kind of it for today. I hope if anyone's watching that there's something in here for you. As I've said before, I just want to say the stuff. I just want to open my mouth, say the stuff that comes out, because there's a lot of things that have helped me in life to get where I am now. And even though it's taken me almost 51 years, I'm so happy that I have gotten to this point now, and I'm excited. I'm excited because I think this stuff is exponential. I'm excited for this growth and excited for the next chapter because I feel like I'm just getting started. Okay, but that's it for me for today. I hope wherever you are, you're having a beautiful morning, arvo, evening. I'm sending much love and I will pop back in to Moz.